Can you dream of you marrying your stepsister or your stepbrother without knowing? All of you know your mothers, but do you know your father? Single mothers will never tell you who your father is. Later, after 10 years, you come to realize your husband is your brother, real blood brother. You share one father. So in these scales of justice, can brothers marry sisters? You come to discover this man you have married was married to another person. This woman you have married was married to another person. She's pregnant of another man. But she has not told this man their wedding that she's pregnant, and he is not the person who impregnated her. Amegongo. Munasema kugongewa. This person has never told you that he suffers insanity. She suffers insanity. Ni mogoroki. Kichwa imeharibika. If you find out that you have married somebody who is within the prohibited relationship, you will petition the court to annul that marriage. Don't allow your children not to know their blood-related cousins, their blood-related stepbrothers, their blood-related sisters. Let us take the example, not of forward. Onyonka Senator, my good Senator Onyonka. You saw what Senator did? He brought all his children and introduced them to the public. All those children know each other. So, from Court Helicopter, we are telling you, it is upon you to follow Senator of Kisii, Senator Onyonka's example. Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer. We wish to thank you on our 7,000 on YouTube. You have helped us, you have participated in our shows, you followed us, and we thank you for that. You are one of our valued friends on YouTube. Today, we have the most interesting scenario. This one, I don't think anybody is a topic anybody will want to deal with. Can you dream of you marrying your stepsister or your stepbrother without knowing? Originally, parents who were in Nairobi were taking their children home for Christmas, for Easter, to know their cousins, to know their stepbrothers, to know their stepsisters. Today, the Gen Z, the millennia, have you ever gone to the village to know your uncle's kids? Do you know them? You don't. You are born in Nairobi. You are born in Kisumu, bred in Kisumu. You went to primary in Kisumu. You go to university in Nairobi. When your parents go to the village, you say you are not going, or your parents tell you, don't go because you might be bewitched. So you only know your father, or you even don't know your father. How many of the children now we are addressing who know their biological father? All of you know your mothers, but do you know your father? Single mothers will never tell you who your father is. So let us put this context. Your father and your mother conceived you. But your father, they differed with your mother. She left. He left. Your father has another family. He has 4 children. You grow. You meet with this. You're not aware. You meet at the university, at college. You fall in love. Because your name is Vivian Nyambura. The boy here, who is your brother, but you're not aware, is called Dunstan Esquire. You've never known that your father is called Kinyanjui. The two of you are in college, you enter into a relationship. When you finish, you marry each other. Your father does not even know, because he left when you are a kid or you are in the pregnancy stage. He has never been told he gave birth to a daughter called Vivian. Later, after 10 years, you come to realize your husband is your brother, really blood brother. You share one father. Your father left with one daughter. That daughter is married to a brother born by the mother. This is life. So in these scales of justice, can brothers marry sisters? Under Islamic law, the cousins marry each other. Under the law, it is called the level of consanguinity. You cannot marry your own blood sister. You cannot marry your own blood brother. You cannot even marry your cousins under the civil marriage. But under Islam law, we dealt with it. You can marry your cousins. So the question, how do you deal with this when it happens? I know parents are shocked. Are you sure your daughter knows who are her blood relatives so that she cannot have an intimate relationship with? Are you sure your sons know who are the daughters who have a blood relationship and they cannot marry? Scientifically, genetically, do you know if a brother and a sister marry, the kids they'll get will be deformed? Those kids grow with very funny medical genetic complications because the chromosomes of X and the chromosomes of Y are the same. They raise serious medical complications. What is the law? Vivian went and looked at the library and found the Marriage Act 2014, Section 3073. How do you deal with that marriage if that is the issue? A party to a marriage may petition the court to annul the marriage on grounds that one, the marriage, at the time of the marriage and without the knowledge of either party, the parties were in a prohibited relationship. If you find out that you have married somebody who is within the prohibited relationship, you will petition the court to annul that marriage. Ground number 2, if the marriage has not been consummated since its celebration, the marriage was done, these two people have never shared a bed. It happens. Either the girl is a virgin, she says, I cannot risk to do that. Or the guy, one of the other parties say, you are smelling. I can't be in an intimate relationship with you. Any marriage that is not consummated, being close and being intimate, that is a ground for nullification. For example, a marriage is done today. Your boyfriend came from the UK to the AG's office. The marriage is done, and at 4:30, he has got to take a flight back to the UK. You're left dry. Your boyfriend, that's now your husband or your girlfriend, has not consummated this marriage. C, in the case of a monogamous marriage, At the time of the marriage, one of the parties was married to another person. You come to discover this man you have married was married to another person. This woman you have married was married to another person. D, the petitioner, one's consent was not freely given. Have you been forced to marry? Your parents have negotiated, they have taken dowry, then you are carried from here, you're told, sign this marriage certificate. Your consent was not obtained. You were forced to marry. Then F, at the time of the marriage. E, at a party, one of the parties was absent at the time of the celebration of the marriage. You were never present. Remember, under the Marriage Act, the two people must be present. If there's a marriage certificate that you were never present, that is enough ground for nullification of that marriage. F, at the time of the marriage and without the knowledge of the husband, the wife is pregnant and that the husband is not responsible for the pregnancy. At the time of the marriage, get it very clear, very controversial. At the time of the marriage and without the knowledge of the husband, the wife is pregnant and that the husband is not responsible. How do we deal with this? A lady they have agreed that they are going to marry with a fiancé. Another man impregnates her. Then the lady anaharakisha the real man anamwambia, no, we must do the wedding next week. She's pregnant of another man. But she has not told this man their wedding that she's pregnant, and he is not the person who impregnated her. Amegongwa. Munasema kugongewa, ashagongewa. Ana mimba, hakuambii. Wewe unaharakisha, unaambiwa, I'm supposed to go to UK to study. So the wedding that was supposed to be in December, the wedding must be done in February. Amegongwa, umegongewa, ana mimba, you do the wedding. So the question sometimes asks, the pregnancy takes 9 months. Do you have a child? You did your wedding in January and your child was born in June. Your child was born in July. Umechezwa. Umechezwa. Wakili Dansan Umari does not get scared to tell you this. That is, let me read it. Vivian tells me, read it. At the time of the marriage and without the knowledge of the husband, the wife is pregnant. And that the husband is not responsible for that pregnancy. Lastly, G, at the time of the marriage and without the knowledge of one, the other party suffers recurrent bouts of insanity. This person has never told you that he suffers insanity. She suffers insanity. Ni mogoroki. Kichwa imeharibika. If you discover that, what can you do? The court shall only grant a decree of annulment if the petition is made within 1 year of the celebration of the marriage. You must go to court within 1 year. If you come to go to court after 10 years, the court will not annul. What is the philosophy behind it? The children have been born, you have invested together, so the court will not annul that marriage. 2, at the date of the marriage and regarding subsection this, the petitioner was ignorant of the facts alleged in the petition. You must show that you are never aware. You were never aware. But if you were told, me, I'm pregnant, and you are not the one responsible, somebody else impregnated me, and you say, it's okay, let's go and do the wedding, that one, the principle of estoppel will apply. You'll be told, endelea kubeba mzigo wako. And lastly, the marriage has not been consummated since the petition was made to the court. Since the petition was made to court. So the question is, You are saying we have never consummated our marriage. You file your petition today. Then after 2 weeks, as the matter is in court, you guys feel this is July, the coldness is big, you go and consummate your marriage. Then the petition will be dismissed because you have already consummated the marriage. What are lessons in this annulment? 1, don't allow your children not to know their blood-related cousins, their blood-related stepbrothers, their blood-related sisters. You as a father who is polygamous, you have four wives. Let us take the example, not of 4 wives. Onyonka Senator, my good Senator Onyonka. You saw what Senator did? He brought all his children and introduced them to the public. All those children know each other. So, from Court Helicopter, we are telling you, it is upon you to follow Senator of Kisii, Senator Onyonka's example. If the children marry each other, if the children impregnate each other, that marriage will be annulled. It will be an annulment under Section 70, that is Section 73, that we have dealt with. Onyonka, people are seeing him as an immoral person. But the facts are, they are children, and those children have a duty to know their blood sisters. They have a duty to know their blood brothers so that they don't marry each other. Wakili Dan Sanomari, always a pleasure getting you the law.